when I was starting in autism journeys and everything, one of the first experiments that Morgan had told me about, she took me to the nearby mall, and we just went to a food court in one of the alleys there. And what she had me do was just sit there and watch people walking back and forth, watch people holding hands, and notice how this one couple is just holding their hands like this, just casually, and pay attention to everyone. And she said something to the effect of, watch how everyone's interacting here, and pay attention. This person looks upset. This person over here is maybe tired shopping with a girlfriend, or watch their posture. Are they slouching down, or do they look like they're happy to be there? Are they in a rush? That's one thing. I think for most people on the spectrum, they don't necessarily know how to interpret body language. Because if I look at you here with your legs crossed, you look a little comfortable, and you don't necessarily look annoyed or anything. Somebody else on the spectrum might not necessarily know how to interpret that. They may just say, okay, you're just sitting there, you're filming me doing this interview. They just look at you and just say, okay, this is a person just doing this thing. So probably to best answer that question is learn how to interpret body language. And I guess I would probably say go to a mall, just sit down in one of those couches that are there, and just watch people walk by. Watch for their hands, their feet, their posture, their faces, and then just keep in mind how it is they're acting, and then learn from that, and just learn about, do they look annoyed? Do they look upset? Do they look happy? That's probably the best practice you can get, actually learning how to be out in the real world. Social cues, again, it goes back to this very unique situation of just everyone that's on the spectrum is on the spectrum in different levels. So it's sort of hard to say, I can see this person over here, and yes, he's this much on the spectrum. Or if you're ever asked, you don't look like you're on the spectrum, and I could say, that's only because I've had so much practice. I've had a lot of life experience. I will say one other thing too is people on the spectrum will tend to maybe jump to very, very different topics on occasion. They'll maybe start with the trains and maybe the conductor, maybe the food they ate, and never stay on one topic for that long of time. So again, I guess it's one of those things that I'm still learning about too, to just keep one consistent topic going in a conversation and just staying on that topic without saying, I had fries today, which reminded me my computer broke down, and then my car broke down, and then my apartment's messy, and then again, just forgetting the fact that I was originally talking about fries in a restaurant. So yeah, again, it is just one of those things that you have to learn about, and then just figuring out for you what those cues are, and then improving your life as time goes on.